my capture card cut out that time, so... Sorry, folks. What am I missing here? What on earth am I missing here? I'm also scanning the wiki, like, for any strategies or things people may have, and, wow, even the challenge-loving, Fextra Life community seems incensed at this fight. So good to know it's not just me, at the least. And they're using what, even by my standards, would be some very colorful language to describe experiences with this fight. Yeah, I can feel that. This guy's actually the problem, just the entire time. That's my question. Oh my god! So, votes. Do we just keep going? Because I'm confident I can get this today. Do we just keep going, or do we sub out for, a mediocre game or a really good game? It's audience's choice. Wow. Notice our ragdoll keeps, like, wigging out, too. I might have an idea. Emphasis might. Try some of the old dual-wield death cubes. Well, it, sounded considerably more effective than it was, we'll say that. And, yeah, there's the prodigal for the cleanup. What on earth, you guys? This is kinda awful, actually. It's not the congregators. It's not, like, just a balance issue. I think, actually, on the whole, the damage all the boss's attacks deal is just fine. It's, kinda sorta everything else. The prodigal, in particular. Huh. What do we do? Do you guys want to see more of this, or no? Entirely up to you. I don't want to just, like, bore you to death, of course. MC says it's probably because you're doing it on a first run. What is, the prodigal? Or the... As he says, I want to see the end, to be fair. Okay, I'll give it my all. It's supposed to be a hidden boss, so when you replay, you can find it and have better health and combat balance. Still doesn't affect the Prodigal, man. He's the real problem here. I'm also noticing our attacks don't make him flinch whatsoever, which is not normal for the few times we fought other spawn. Hannah says I won't be able to stick around for too much longer, but the weird appearance for this hasn't gotten old for me yet. That's totally fair. Sentient's a very pretty boss. It's just not very well designed. There was one, earlier boss, one of my favorites in the game, actually. This interdimensional puppet master leading a troop of, sadistic, eldritch beings who had taken on, like, the affectations of, like, theatrical performers that had just genius design. It was like a giant marionette being pulled around by strings of blood, done vaguely in the style of, like, a South Asian, destroyer god. It looked fantastic, and had a fantastic fight as well. Honestly, this is kind of just trash. If it was just sentient, which again is what happens if you don't get the perfect ending, but get like the next best, I could imagine this fight being a lot of fun, despite the issues with vision. Oh yeah, and its health bar is red now because we're fighting during an accretion storm. Yay. Yeah, my fundamental problem here is you can't fight the Prodigal at all due to the vision problems. I mean, I guess going for the sentient first seemed to work better, honestly, so maybe we could just burn him down and then hope and pray we can get rid of the other one. Because I know this, we can dodge sentient attacks if we have our eyes on it. The same does not hold true for the Prodigal. Oh wait, but because it's during an accretion storm, it's going to be much tougher, isn't it? Looking at that health bar, I would say, yep. Yeah, see, even with the really poor lighting, this fight isn't too bad. And there we go. The problem is we just can't stay alive once the Prodigal gets in the fight, and he won't let up once he does. I don't know why he's so late on the uptick at the start of the fight. It's not like he's static or anything. Okay, we will do this. Oh, and it's gone already? Oh, yikes. Wow. Just, what am I supposed to do here? I'm not sure if this looks any clearer on stream. I don't think that it does. In fact, if anything, it might actually look worse. Again, too, I'm like, between deaths, I'm reading, like, comments on the Fextra Life wiki, and this is like the Dark Souls 2 was too easy crowd, and they are melting down over this. Let's try. MC says the wiki suggests you take the satellites down. Yeah, but the satellites we can actually dodge pretty reliably. The wiki also suggests we begin by taking the penitent down, but we can't. Damn, so even it starts getting bigger and bigger combos as its health goes down. I'm not entirely sure that I'm going to be able to do this. And honestly, I don't feel bad if I can't. This isn't like even like a Bloodborne type situation where it's like, oh, I know there's a way through this with what we've got. I'm not entirely convinced of that here. And again, the boss before this, or the last two bosses before this, were actually really easy, so... The hardest bosses in the game have been the third one out of, like, over a dozen, and then this. Oh, and Nemundis, who was, like, 5th, I want to say. Now the prodigal's on us. Uh-oh. There we go. Oh man, really? It actually led me that time. That's kind of impressive in its own way. What? There's no words for this, guys. I'm sorry, I just kind of hate this. And if we could, like, get out and get different or better gear, or top off our healing item charges. Anna, it sounds like the proportions of this dude would be disconcerting if you could actually see them. Yeah, no, he's huge. And really, like, a graceful, eldritch, angelic being, which is the type of design I really like. I just wish we had a better backdrop against which to see it. I also wish the prodigal weren't here, like, with all my might. remember, we helped this guy. His was one of the major quest lines throughout the entire game, and he didn't even betray us so much as he attacked us for no reason. Almost, which has me thinking, I'm gonna try one more thing. One more thing. One more thing that might save us all. Okay, we're going to go into Omnicube. And we're going to return to the last breach we... No. It won't let me return to an earlier checkpoint. It just straight up won't let me. We're stuck here. Thank you very much, Hannah. I appreciate it. It's alright. I am not averse to this, to challenge on this channel, as you're well aware. I really hate that you only seem to catch the bits of the streams where I'm, at just wit's end, but always good to see you and hear from you. I hope you're doing well with all the stuff that's going on around the real world and our return to work. What? No. So, I'm curious. MC, give me your thoughts on this. Does it seem like the Prodigal has very, very little health? The problem is he just no-sells a lot of attacks? Because we've gotten this bar really low off of attacking the Sentient alone before. And I do have confirmation that they are not sharing a single health pool. It's like the Congregators. Yikes, yikes, yikes. You know, what even killed me that time? I'm really appreciating the visual design of the Four Kings a lot more after this. Hannah says I have impeccable timing at showing up only at final boss fights. That's true! This game, Bloodborne, Gunvolt 2. Hey, Cradle Games, welcome, man, good to see you. Asked dumb question, but are you on Windows? No, PS4. And, oh, God, I hate it. I hate this fight so much. I think we might actually get more bang for our buck if we, wait for the fire to do its job after every shot. Oh, wait! Cradle Games as in the dev team. Oh, wow. Thank you guys so much for stopping by the stream. I've not been doing this all that long, honestly, and I've never had somebody who worked on this app before. We have a shader issue with the fight. Okay, that's what I thought. And MC says the Prodigal has a very low percentage of health, but it might still be a decent chunk. I figured as much. Oh, whoa, what on... Oh my God. Oh, never seen that happen before. It was the underground, or, sorry, underside of the ecology, arcology, all over again. Well, in Death Cube we trust. I do want to say to the devs or the representative watching this, I really appreciate everything you guys have done with the game as on the whole, because you clearly have a phenomenal amount of passion and some really talented folks on your team. Seeing a team, even one with prior experience in the industry, like take on a Souls-like formula, and especially a game this big as their first project, is really, really something, and I think you guys handled it, again, on the whole, with aplomb. This is something I would recommend, easily. There have been a couple areas where, like, a lack of polish may have received some criticism on this channel, but on the whole, I really dig it. I dig the universe, especially. Yeah, one designer and one programmer, that's insane. You guys are incredible. I really look forward to seeing what you do next. I'm going to be following the studio very closely, and I suspect everybody in our little community will as well. The wiki suggests going after the prodigal first, but I have a feeling with this build that just ain't gonna happen. Oof. We can do this well during an accretion storm. I have a feeling if/when we get out of it, we can beat them, if only just. Whoa! Whoa, 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 what happened? I can see why they suggest taking down the satellites first now. In the back half of the fight, they start firing like mad. No, 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 no. That was just a bad dodge. And that was just bad in general. Yeah, if we could go back to the ateliers, though, we could definitely handle this. I mean, we've come really far with 2 healing charges before, so if we had 3 or 4, I'm confident we could get this handily. Oof. That attack comes out so fast. And the others, generally speaking, don't. Well, I'm playing like trash now. Is there anything I'm missing here, y'all? Oof. Ow. Okay. Okay. Now there are weapons we have that are a bit better for leeching energy, and in fact I may want to use one of those. Because really, this fight's going to be all about charging up Death Cube. Okay, let's try that again, this time with our leech weapon. And there really is no way to get out of here once we're in, I suppose. It's just this forever. He says, imagine if big ol' hand slap was all that was needed. Well, I'm actually using Nemundus's weapon because I'm pretty sure its leech is fairly solid, and it's got some range on it. Is it, like, the best or the strongest weapon we have? Not really. But it is very, very efficient, I want to say, at draining enemy reach. Cradle says you can use Omnicube to go back to the last breach. We tried that, but it said we were in the midst of a boss fight. Oh, reloading the save game should put you at the last breach before the author fight, I would imagine. Okay, we can try that. Thank you, guys. And in fact, that may be exactly what we're going to do. We'll give the Omnicube one more try. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so if we quit and go back to the main menu, we should be just fine. Fingers crossed. This also, of course, isn't helped by the fact that I'm playing with a fairly frail build. Very frail, actually, I believe. Oh. Where is this going to spit us out? Peril says, odd, don't remember blocking the Omnicube in a boss fight. Must be a reason. Let me see. I mean, I guess people could use it, potentially in playtest, to cheese certain bosses, or to, like, totally mitigate, Oh, hold on, MC says this boss music reminds me of another game, Phantasy Star 4's final boss. Interesting. Hannah says you're free. Indeed we are. Yes, ma'am. Now, all we need to do is take at least one hit from this guy. This, elite spawn, if you will. Come on. There you go. Thank you. And it's okay if we take further hits because we are going to... Oh, you... Oh! Hell of an effective shield. Oh, does he not drop anything? Curious. Just the reuse of code? Okay, we're going to sink this one because we're going to need some Axions to heal properly. We'll transport, say, to, the Grand Gallery. Why not? Arisen Dominion's a beautiful area, and now that we've got pretty strong weapons, it's not that hard to just power through this. Now, fingers crossed, with all of our healing item charges, we might be able to pull this out. We'll have to play, you know, very conservatively, but we can manage it. Let's go back to our death stick. Which, thanks to that debris mastery, is just insanely strong. Man, we've come a long way to just being able to tank hits and beat one of those guys down, haven't we? One more ought to give us more than enough. Oh! Oh, that's right, the Thespians. That's something I forgot to tell you guys. Alright, take care, Hannah. Best of luck on that paper. I know it's been really rough for everyone. Oh, or the book review in this case. Something I forgot to tell you guys from off-screen. The Thespians have overrun the station ever since we, Oh, well, this is just me playing poorly now. Ever since we, took out the Ashenborn, I think. Just one more. I don't mind a little insanity, we're already there. Now we just need to pop back up to the ateliers. Cradle says part of the turf war between the main bosses. So is it possible then, depending on the order we tackle the gods, for, say, the Archon Slavers to start overrunning the rest of the station? I suppose if we leave Nimundus alive until last? Or will it always be the Thespians that kind of emerge and overrun the station? Cradle says, not sure if the order matters, but if you leave one alive, it takes priority. I see, I see. Well, the order we went in was Nimundus, Ozzy, and then I think Uthos. Which would explain why demons were present just about everywhere up until the very, very end of the game. Okay. Now then, let's take just enough damage to get our healing. The cheapest way to go about this, believe me, I know. take that. And, the Dark Sentinel stuff's got pretty solid defenses all around. And yeah, the breach is still open once we get to the Author's boss arena. Alright, let's try this again. As he says, always take the boss on with style. With style, do you mean in armor, or with circus music? Because I am down for either. MC says, why not both? If only. I mean, the circus music has pulled through for us a couple times in the past, but I don't know that it'll do the same here. Oh, God. So it's strange, when it goes for that attack, it, near as I can tell, actually reaches around to its sides. Or to one side. Ooh. Gotta get better at reading the telegraph for that. Don't love that, though. There we are. God, Prodigal. Whoop, there we go. Thing's almost gotta be dead, right? Or got to almost be dead. There we go. I'm a teacher, I can English. Not again. Oh, it's gone. Good. Just him now. Oh god, just him now. Well, as long as we wait for him to go for a punishable attack, we should be able to kite this out. Just barely. I'm not very good at fighting, well, this type of moveset in any, Souls-like. Basically Neon Ornstein on crack. I can deal with that. Come on, you gonna go for that really nice leaping attack? Come on. You know you want to. Oh no. Oh, his AI is pretty smart actually. I don't know that my magic's doing anything to him for the most part. proud of this run no matter how it ends. Be far prouder of a particular type of ending, though. Yes! Oh my god. Yes! Whew! Alright, so 2 trophies. Right on. Right on. Actually kind of looking forward to going into a New Game Plus and getting all of the gods' rewards. Oh, hello. Do we become as the sentient? Because, it's dead, and I'm pretty sure the prodigal just gave up the ghost as well. Into the universe, last man standing. Somehow. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, so that was kind of rough, but it was a rough conclusion to an absolutely phenomenal game. And I'll say, one of the most promising and kind of inspirational light Souls-likes I've seen in a long time. Because again, this team, it's a small team based out of Quebec. They've done absolutely phenomenal work with the resources they had, and I would love, love, love to see where they go from here. The game's only been out a couple months, I want to say, but I think it's done decently well. I wish them all the luck in the world, because on the whole, there were like rough bits, slightly unpolished bits. Sentient and the Congregators kind of stand out to me, at least among encounters. But on the whole, the roster of enemies and bosses was, fairly, varied and of pretty high quality. I absolutely adored the cosmic horror world, the ability to pursue quest lines that maybe are a little bit more clearly delineated than some of the stuff in, say, Dark Souls 3. And just the concept of a Souls-like based entirely around interacting with eldritch gods and their followers in a sci-fi setting. I mean, as far as aesthetics go, it would be really hard to get any closer to like my ideal game. I think they've done a phenomenal job, and so a huge hand to Cradle Games and all of their affiliates here on the screen. Also, a huge thank you to someone from the team who stopped by to give us some advice and some feedback. Thank you guys so much. You're incredible. Wish you all the best in the future, and you best believe I'm going to be keeping an eye on your portfolio, because I'm really hopeful for the future for this studio. And again, everybody loves a good Souls-like, right? And this was a good Souls-like. MC says, yeah, there were some gripes with level size and complexity. Yeah, map design was a little sprawling in a couple of areas. Arisen Dominion, what was the other one that was maybe just a bit long? Arisen Dominion's the one that really stands out, but others like Port Isidun and the Alma Mater Atrium were actually just beautifully designed visually and mechanically. So I think overall, this is one of the best indie, or we'll just say like aspirant Souls-likes I've seen in a very long time. Can you compare it like apples to apples with the Souls series, or with one made with a phenomenal budget and like incredibly large team like, say, Neo? Probably not. But among games like this, like Lords of the Fallen, like a lot of the stuff that's come out of the indie scene, I think this is one of the most promising and robust overall, because even though it doesn't maybe fire on all cylinders, it takes the baseline Souls formula, manages to do really well with the material they transfer over, and in many ways, some of which do really well, some of which don't do quite as well, they attempt to iterate upon it in really mechanically and narratively interesting ways. Like the introduction of accretion storms and the black hole hour to increase challenge but also reward in certain areas at certain times. I kind of liked that. I really liked the accretion storms. The black hole hour was pretty interesting as well. The ability to increase or decrease difficulty a limited number of times with consumable items, also quite dig that. creating your own fast travel network. Something I didn't think I'd be super fond of at the outset of the game, but especially once we got into areas that gave us more breach synchronizers, I thought it was a novel approach to the fast travel problem in games like this. Well, just create what you want. Yeah, no, and Cradle says, not to forget the Fallen or Surge has 6 to 10 times the budget and team this game does. Right, no. And I'll tell you right now, I enjoy this way more than I did Lords of the Fallen. I think I enjoy a fair bit more than I did the Surge as well. I've not played Surge 2. People tell me that's really good. But, no, this is a step above. And from a team this size, creating a game on this scope and scale and having it work as well as it did is an achievement in and of itself. Cradle says Surge 2 is a leap better than the first. I've been told that, yeah. I liked the Surge. I liked the Surge a lot. But no, I dig this. I cannot wait to see what comes next out of this development house. And we just get dumped off in an alternate universe for New Game Plus. Yep, and we have now visited an alternate universe. I believe you can do this as well by sacrificing the daring idols at the breach. MC says there's one thing this game lacks, skateboards. Yeah, no, but they made up for it with circus music. I mean, that's one of my favorite things in any Souls-like. It just kind of made this back half of the playthrough for me. MC says it just proves that budget and their size don't make a game, creativity does. Absolutely. Creativity and really passionate, driven creators. I could tell straight through that this game was a... Oh, Cradle says that's the designer's tune. He made it. Right on. I think this is absolutely fantastic. And, I may or may not have had this playing over several late-game boss battles, just because I thought it was a charming little tune. No, I could tell this was a labor of love, and again, I think on the whole, everybody knocked it out of the park. Congratulations to Cradle Games. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for putting a game like this out there. Thank you for putting yourselves out there to interact with. I can't imagine how many people on social media platforms or streaming platforms like this. Like, if you found your way to my channel, you've obviously been making the rounds on Twitch for quite some time to work your way down here, so I appreciate you. Thank you so much, really. And I can't wait for your next project. Just keep us up to date, yeah? Seth says he's waiting for a little misfortune. And Cradle says, well, considering only 4 or 5 people are streaming it currently. Oh, that is a shame. More people need to get their hands on this. They really do. Because, immediately after this and a little bit of a casual stream for a day or two, we're going into Mortal Shell, and apparently, like, everybody's streaming that. I think, based off of what little I've seen, if people are into Mortal Shell, there's no reason at all they shouldn't get into this game, or stream it as well. Also, for people like me who are big, like, world-building buffs, there's so much lore and character to this world to dissect. I think this is something more people should be investing in on this platform. That's just me. Seth says, still waiting for Little Misfortune. It is on the list, but Seth, you have no idea how long the list is right now. We've got Mortal Shell, we've got Avengers to get around to sporadically. We've got the Arkham series, because I want to show off some of my favorite superhero games. We've got Sekiro, which is, oh my god, amazing. Can't wait to share that with all of you. And then I think we've got like some more empty space. MC says I made the list bigger already. That he did. Okay, tell you what, since it was so short, Seth, I may be able to fit that in somewhere in like a smaller stream. But okay, that is actually going to conclude our Hellpoint playthrough. I may come back with a New Game Plus stream later on because I do want to get sufficiently far in this universe to get the rewards from the Gods quests, because we got all of the fragments except I think the Archon fragments. Those are kind of few and far between. All we need is for the gods to be, alive so we can turn them in. So, thank you all so much for joining me. To those of you who are live here on Twitch, don't go anywhere. We are going to transition to our next offering straight away. It is going to be at least a little bit, maybe not a ton, but we're going to play a little bit of Avengers. Because I think the best way to handle this game, like, for a streaming schedule, is to do a couple hours at a time, an hour, 2 hours at a time, and then break it up with other more substantial stuff. MC says, begins decaying inside. It's... Now, let's... Yeah, honestly, I remember I only made it maybe, what was it, MC? 2 days into dedicated Avengers streams before I gave up because I was just chomping at the bit to get back to Hellpoint. And now we've gone from what I think is one of the most interesting games we've played on the channel from a design and an execution standpoint. Like, really good, yes, but also just interesting to think about and discuss, to Avengers, which is also a video game that exists. We need to get Exit on here, man. Like, get some co-op gameplay. Okay, let's take our medicine. Says, we were commenting today how the new Spider-Man game looks like an Avengers game. Since Spider-Man didn't get into Avengers, he made his own game with same mechanics. Marvel's Avengers, or no, I'm sorry, Marvel's Spider-Man by Insomniac, you know, the same studio that did Ratchet and Clank, one of my favorite platformer series of all time, was really, really good. And I'm excited for the Miles Morales standalone expansion coming with, like, the PS5 port, but I really want to see, like, a proper sequel. I really do. It was a brilliant game. Could have handled its boss fights a lot better than it did, but aside from that, I absolutely adored it. MC says, I mean, it's interesting to discuss Avengers as well. Sure. Never gonna get used to seeing Uncle America there. Seth says, Exit returned the game, though. Oh, he's smart. He's smarter than me.
Dr. Banner, I have completed the scans you requested and have discovered residual traces of gamma radiation in a remote area.
I would love it if they just gave Jarvis,
It is likely that Ms. Rappaccini is experimenting
if they just
with
gave Jarvis, like, a Microsoft Sam voice.
on the war table.
Wait, no, don't tell me there's another mission somewhere. Is there another Hulk mission? No, we've done that. I just haven't done that. Alright, good night, Seth. Thank you so much for joining us. And MC says, I'm wondering, did you add Shyness to the list? Have you done that, Insanity? No, not yet. We want to have fun for a little while. So I guess we're going to head out to, Nevada, even though the map says Utah, don't worry, it's Nevada, to investigate the old Stark Manor in case, like, in the 5 years or so since the Avengers were outlawed, Iron Man just decided to screw off and go, like, live with his grandma or live in his grandma's basement. Let's do it. That is so cool that a dev team stopped by to speak with us. I know that the Hand of Fate devs did that all the time back in the day and would actually, like, start screwing with people's games, live on stream, but that is awesome. MC says, I mean, I do that when people play online. Oh, I know, it's just so cool to see. Couldn't have happened at a worse time, though, could it? One of the 2 points in the entire playthrough where I'm just at the brink of boiling over.
Typical. Subtle Tony. After you.
Oh, check this out. Okay, I will say, again, let's give credit where it's due. When content is curated and not randomized, or procedurally generated, like these areas, they do look genuinely very beautiful. Oh, speak of the devil. And the devil is loot. It's weird to have a game like this, or like a lot of these looter shooters, where loot just feels like a hindrance. More than anything else. Can we break that? Oh, yeah. Right.
Good point.
MC says they look like set pieces. Super pretty, but you can't touch them. I'm okay with super pretty after seeing what, like, the randomized, or the procedurally generated content in this game looks like. No, oh, hell. Come on. Gotta run for it.
So, what's the best part of being the Hulk? You gotta like something.
We should really focus on the drawbridge.
What are you gonna do? Stand around and silence the whole time?
Yeah, great idea.
Suit yourself.
There we go.
More rocks? No problem.
I guess we're just straight back into bad Uncharted.
Uh-oh.
There we go. Yeah, nice.
Whoa.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I can see Golden Acres. Kinda.
Great. So
Is the sound okay?
over and lower the bridge?
Sure thing. You can make that jump. Just a little farther this time. Made it.
MC says bit low. That's what I thought. Hold on.
Still waiting on that bridge, Kamala.
Hey, Aghast MK, welcome to the stream. It's our first time seeing you. Glad you're here with us. Hope you're having a good day so far. And Headbanger, welcome back. And Pot, man, the gang's all here. Welcome.
Okay.
Thank you so much for the raid, I appreciate it, guys. And man, I'm sorry you have to be here for Avengers. We just finished Hellpoint, like, just did a couple minutes ago. With the assistance of the developers themselves, which was something special.
Nice job. Sounds like he's up at least.
Is the sound
Isn't that one of his
balance a
top
bit better
songs
now?
To kick, butt to?
Yep.
MC says, welcome to Despair, folks. MC says, still low. Damn it all. It's like, even Avengers doesn't want to be played. Like the game itself doesn't want to be played. Headbanger says, oh man, I missed the last boss. Don't you worry. It was terrible. It was absolutely atrocious. It was a great game. The second to last boss was awesome. And, Aghast asks, is the game that bad? And, yeah, it's not bad, it's just extremely generic.
I wonder if Mr.
Very
Stark will
bland.
let me drive one of these.
Banger says, gonna watch the replay. Oh, best of luck. Here's the thing. The bosses fought in this really cool sea of stars, but the problem is, due to the textures applied to your character and the boss and, like, the
Hello,
arena
Golden
itself,
Acres.
you can't see anything. And yeah, MC says the boss is bugged in,
This can't be it.
my version.
Let's get this over with.
But they're working on it. They are working on it. And yeah, to answer your question, the dev team actually dropped by and chatted with us for a few minutes. They seem like very nice, magnanimous folks.
Oni?
Oh god, Iron Man, what have they done to you?
Hey, Bruce.
Why
Long night? Ooh, long 5 years.
why does he look like Kylo Ren as a football dad?
At least it's quiet.
Emerald Star Guardian, welcome to the stream. So glad to see you. So glad to see all of you
Hey,
guys.
back off.
Glad to have you here.
I'm sorry, who are you?
Come on.
Now our lead,
Well,
Kamala Khan, is actually a
Kamala.
really
My
likable
friend here
character.
is kind of on my shit.
Problem is, nobody else is.
Yes, sir.
MC
Yeah,
says,
you're damn
whenever I
right
see
you deserve
interactive prompt, I think context
Do the
sensitive from
Avengers pose a
Conquer.
danger to
Oh, I
society?
could see
That was
that.
the question, Bruce. That was the question.
And Agast, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it.
It was a heist.
Headbanger says it says you're still playing Hellpoint. You might want to change that. It is? It does?
And you knew that
Oh,
that
the
it was still
category. Right,
paraded
thank you,
before
thank
the
you.
entire world. So what? We just give up? We didn't give up, Tony. We failed. At least I can admit that.
Emerald Star says, Guardian says the character designs look so weird in this game.
Failed.
They do. Thor looks pretty good, and Black Widow looks just fine, but Captain America and Iron Man in particular look really strange. Kamala's character design is just fine, I think. I mean, I like her. I like her character. I like Miss
As
Marvel.
long as you want. But the kid isn't human. We did this.
MC says this game is weird. It is.
And she needs your help. I can't.
Black Widow has probably my favorite gameplay from what I've seen so far.
You can't what? You're ditching me?
Hey, don't take it personally, kid. No, this is what he does, isn't it? And why don't you take a good look around?
MC says, Brady's very appreciative of your stay, but you should leave while your brain is
I can
not
barely
mush.
help
We're
myself.
probably just gonna play the one story mission and then swap on over to Mortal Shell. So, don't worry.
This was a mistake.
Now we agree on something.
So you're
So,
both just gonna walk
I
away?
appreciate the move
Avengers
to
were set
juxtapose
Cap was
Kamala's
murdered.
eagerness and idolization of superheroes
think I
with
don't know
Bruce
that?
Banner's, you know, extremely
I've replayed that day in my head 1,000 times.
sort of
The
remorseful
Avengers take the fall despite
outlook
saving the day, and
on
that bastard Tarleton
his
walks away
heroism
smelling
and
like
powers.
a rose. And guess what?
But
Guess what?
he
No
is
one
so
cares.
bland and so deadpan
No one cares.
that
The world
Emerald
needed
Star Guardian
someone
says
to
it's
blame,
still a fun game to
and
play as
he
some of the heroes.
gave them
Yes,
their
I've been
scapegoat.
told that like playing co-op with
So,
friends
unless
in
you
like
have
the
some astounding
kind of
proof,
post-game
I suggest
open
you both get off my
procedurally
land.
generated mission
What
bit
is that?
is a lot of fun, and I can see that. I can see having a ton of fun with
This
that.
better be good. Kind of buried the lead, you know. Could have told me about that earlier. No. No sitting on my couch. You're still on the list. Where did you get this?
Yeah,
What's your
so
password on
Iron
Zero
Man looks
Resistance
like
Fire?
Kylo Ren, and the whole
Dude.
Agast case is more like
Password is
Plastic
I am
Man.
Iron Man.
Really?
Iron Man looks like Kylo Ren,
Change that.
and the Hulk looks like my doctor. Not even joking. My physician looks almost exactly like that.
No, it's incomplete. There's a whole folder on AIM's server.
MC says,
There's
if
more.
at least the game was designing him as like a fat smoking guy.
Smart. They encrypted it.
I mean, yeah.
File. Need a few hours. I'll get all the rest. What is this? Who is Tiny Dancer?
All right, at least we get to play as Iron Man before too long.
We gotta get
Get
out
ready
of
to
here.
puke.
What? You know this shameless Elton John fan?
They helped me get out of Jersey. I wouldn't be here if they hadn't warned me about AIM.
Really? Tiny Dancer.
Look, we really should go. Now.
I mean, I like the mechanic, or I'm certain I'm going to like the dynamic between Kamala and Tony a lot more than
Okay.
the interaction she's been having with Bruce.
You
'Cause at least
have
we've
a
got an
suit.
actual mentor character
Yeah.
here, who is a popular
Maybe,
mentor in the Marvel Comics world.
Excuse me while I slip into something less comfortable.
All right, let's do it. Let's work our way into the mansion through underground tunnels. And, hold on, throw on some gear while we're at it. Oh yeah, also the closed captions for this game are incredible. They're remarkably descriptive, and oftentimes don't even, like, denote sound. It's just like a textual description of what's happening on the screen. I love them. Earl Star Guardian says, Dance and Pot stream is still online.
Me with a stray fangirl. After all these years, he still can't own up to his own responsibilities.
What do we have here? Some lore? Would appear so.
No, son of a...
An
Well,
AIM drone?
Tiny Dancer was telling the truth.
Oh no, it's not going to be more stealth, is it? No. Okay, it looks like it is not, in fact. Okay. That's alright. Now, as we saw during the training simulator last time, playing as Iron Man, like just in ground combat, isn't that bad. It's actually kind of nice.
Yes, they found you, Bruce.
There we go. Oh, wait. Hold on, what is this?
Yeah, don't judge me, Grandpa. I'm doing my best. Oh, great Nana's flying machine. Still a thing of beauty.
Oh,
I'd say the
lovely.
Same about her.
Wow, Tony, that was incredibly insensitive. Let's get our suit.
Let's get airborne.
Or bits and pieces of it, anyway? Oh, or even just like the rigging, the baseline. Nice. I actually kind of like this,
Party
just
crashers.
the basic chassis of an Iron Man suit.
Oh, hey, fellas.
There we go. Oh, my god. I will say, shooting things with a repulsor does feel very good. I mean, you'd have to try to take the fun out of that, right? Oh, right, there's more of them. Never mind. And it is a very pretty game. The problem is, like, in the substance, the mechanics and all, they're just kind of not there. And mission design. Mission design could be a lot better,
Gonna need
but...
a helmet.
Yes, of course. Never Iron Man without a helmet.
Great Uncle Rob. War hero.
Do we have some gear here?
You're suiting up.
Oh, and it looks like even his run uses the suit extensively, which is pretty cool, I guess.
Okay, it's gotta
I'm
be
interested
around
to see
here
what the boss will be here. Emerald Star Guardian says half Iron Man. Yeah, like Iron Man without all the
Good thing I don't
frills.
have neighbors. So
I mean,
pissed off right
don't get me wrong, I love the frills, but this is kind of cool to see as well. Now he looks like an Oculus developer. Oh, that's new.
always love to make an entrance, Stark. How did I do?
I'll give you a 7 out of 10. Good to see you, Georgie boy. Been working out? Still any other billion-dollar companies lately?
Just yours.
Hey, you're gonna pay for that window, Tarleton.
This is your
Oh
new place.
my god.
I expected more mirrors.
I got rid of everything that didn't spark
Another
joy.
Dreadbot.
Guess what pile you're in?
Turn the girl over,
What,
Stark.
was that a Marie
And
Kondo
I'll
reference?
Get you off my lawn.
Okay.
Mr. Stark.
I'm joking, kid. Just stay near the nice green man.
Listen, Gunnin, well, hold on. Get rid of those little
Girl
toys.
needs our help.
Well, you know, she seems fine to me.
Inhumans are sick. They need it.
Do people actually buy that crap?
Oh, let's hit it with one of our finishers. Let's see what his look like. Oh, okay, not gonna lie, that's pretty cool.
How's Tarleton controlling these machines?
I don't know. He got powers after the accident. I saw him controlling a robotic.
Alright, now
spider
back to
once.
some aimbots.
Well, he's leveled up from spiders.
Frankly, I'm surprised to see you and Banner together again.
Well, Brucey and I are seeing something about
All
her
right.
issues. She's great. Short, stretchy, really good at guessing passwords.
Could be doing this a bit better, of course, but we seem to be doing alright, at the least. Gotta be careful with that Peacekeeper, though. These guys are nightmares to deal with. There we go.
You have looked down on me from the moment we met. Let me introduce shows you what I like to call technokinesis.
Catchy. Rolls right off the tongue.
Alright, there we go, down. And see as who's the drunk that left his bike behind? Well, if the comics are an indication, it's probably Iron Man if he fell off the wagon.
We got air trouble.
Alright, so MODOK is like psychically teleporting in all of these drones.
No.
Okay, no big deal.
Watch.
Wait! You're not ready for... Or maybe you are.
Whoops, didn't mean to use that, but alright, it is what it is.
Nice moves, kiddo. Yeah, Kamala?
Well, there's certainly, aside from the Dreadbot starting Iron Man off pretty breezy. MCS, so this combat versus Bulletstorm's Dinosaur, what is better? Bulletstorm's Dinosaur is a much better spectacle, but if we're being honest about like how like kind of ergonomical it is in a player's hands, this combat honestly doesn't feel bad. It really doesn't. I mean, flying as Iron Man kind of does, but everything else, yeah, solid. Like, I mean, at least Iron Man is suitably very flashy and, oh, jeez. Way to go, Hulk.
Incoming!
Just nail that guy to the wall.
Banner's testimony, Stark. The Avengers were dangerous. I wasn't the one who ordered you to be disowned.
No more of the Magna Guards. Good.
All this for me? Aw, you shouldn't have.
Don't flatter yourself. I barely lifted a finger.
So the kid's right? You're mind melding with robots now?
Okay. Down we go.
You choose sides in a battle you don't fully understand.
I chose my side 5 years ago. You showed up and forced my hand.
Give me the girl, and you and Banner can do what?
Oh god, what happened to the subtitles?
Took the words right out of my mouth.
MODOK's nameplate was freaking out. Oh, give me some health, please. The general consensus among critics seems to be that the game is A-okay, but was rushed out way too soon. And I would say generally, I kind of agree with that. Even if I'm not super fond of the whole games as a service thing and kind of test it, I do think that this mechanical formula could have worked just fine had they taken a little bit more time to refine it. Because despite what they say in like promo materials, it's not that each hero has a dynamically or drastically different playstyle. They're all variants on the same mechanical like kind of chassis. So with that, you could have created a range of more detailed, thoughtfully curated missions where you use that one gameplay formula you have to great effect.
Stuff was in there.
See, look, there's some of those great,
How you feeling?
those great subtitles.
I've never felt better.
Oh, and he is slowly but surely becoming, the MODOK we all know and love from the comics.
Watch your words.
You no longer make the rules. He does.
When I was young, I found an orphaned wolf cub in the forest behind our farm.
What?
Dad said it was too dangerous. He told me to get rid of it. I fed that cub. I named him. I watched him play with my beloved dog, Darwin.
You're wasting my time.
I felt if I could instill rules, the proper boundaries, I could harness the raw power of that beast.
Have you done rambling?
Almost. A few months later, while hunting, the adolescent cub turned on me, snarling.
I do love all of the, really gorgeous-looking violent effects associated with
My
MODOK.
dad shot the wolf, but it was too late. Darwin had been torn to pieces.
We need him.
I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me. Leave. Please.
Well, Abomination struck out clearly, and MODOK's our final boss, so we've got 3 more bosses. I wonder who's going to be up next. Well, if that objective is any indication, we're going to be running around the helicarrier a bit more.
Mr. Stark.
Missed you, buddy. You flying free?
In full working order.
Give me the worst of it.
The Chimera is running on secondary power. Major hull damage is also detected. Engines are offline. Climate...
So it's bad.
That is an accurate assessment.
Okay, we gotta get this bird airborne.
Excuse me?
AIM knows it's here. So it needs to not be here when they get here.
Alright, I've gotten used to these little...
While we work on cleanup,
intermissions.
You mind taking a look at something for me?
Certainly, sir.
See what you can do about decrypting this file.
At once.
Alright, now we can play as Iron Man.
Why the turbines won't activate.
Iron Man
Check out
and
the initiator cores
Kamala
in the
will probably be my go-to team for now.
Do I want to know what's going on here?
Hey, Tony. Just lending my, technical knowledge to Bruce here.
Well, I can see I have my work cut out for me.
Not helping, Tony.
Now that we've got Tony, I have a feeling the group dynamic's going to be a lot stronger.
Wait, wasn't this working before? Okay, Jarvis, time me.
1.04 seconds, sir.
Huh, guess I'm a bit rusty. Jarvis, pop question. Where do we keep the spark plugs?
The initiator cores can be found in the far corner of the lower deck, sir.
So,
Correct,
question,
Amon.
why do you guys think
Do I
these
win a
little
prize now,
interludes
sir?
are here?
You win the biggest prize of all, my affection.
I mean, normally you'd say breaking up the
Exciting.
action, but it's not... Aside from the first one, where we came to the helicarrier for the first time and had to platform around it, running from the Hulk and all that, and we had some dynamic, exciting moments, it's not really breaking it up with anything. Again, not a... MC says pacing, I would say. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well. I mean, I can't think of another... The only other reason I could come up with is padding, in that, like, lots of people are talking about the fact that Marvel and or Square Enix or someone rushed this game, and they're, like a lot of live services, going to try to round it out after launch, like post-launch. So I'm thinking they could have introduced sections like this to make not only improve pacing, but make the game feel longer while adding some minor amount of length, so that folks wouldn't feel shortchanged, I think. Emerald Star Guardian, thank you so much for the follow. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. I know I'm not exactly the world's most entertaining Twitch streamer,
Can you check on
so
Kamala?
I am so appreciative that all of you guys are here, really.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Also, as somebody who's been in quarantine for more or less half a year straight, this being my primary mode of social interaction right now, I absolutely adore all of you. Thank you so much. MC says also trying not to hurt your hands on the controls. Yeah, I guess I could see that. It is a bit of a button masher, it is. Back up we go. Oh, hold on. More Iron Man gear, presumably. I don't like the gear, but I will get it. Man, isn't that just about every modern AAA game in one sentence?
Even up there?
Sir, there are no surveillance systems in the private quarters.
Whose terrible hippie idea
MC
was
says,
that?
I am listening to your controls after all. I'm sorry about that. I wish there was a way I could isolate that, that audio a bit better, but with my setup, I don't know that there is. Oh, MC says that's a part of studying games. I see.
Well, guess I'm about to barge into a teenager's room. You.
MC says, no, it's great. I want to hear that. Yeah.
Hey!
Sorry?
You should have knocked.
I was trying. I was knocking fist. Jarvis, help me out here.
It appears the locking mechanisms on some of the Chimera's crew quarters have not been enabled.
There you have it. I will fix that.
Please do.
I'm gonna meet up on the command deck about 10 minutes. You should come.
I know, I look ridiculous.
Yeah, of course you do.
Man.
No. We all do. It's part of the job. Have you seen Thor's outfit? Flowing robe, Vegas shoulder pads. Pretty ridiculous. I am digging.
Yeah, so I like the characterization.
It's a bikini. My mom bought it for me.
Iron Man.
Muslim ladies like to wear it for sports and stuff.
It's great.
All right, I'm just gonna change.
Wait. The outfit is all about attitude. You gotta wear it like you mean it. Show me what you got. Come on, you can do better than that.
Now, see,
Yeah,
this
now we're
dynamic.
talking.
I like this. She's got
Right. You know what?
a
Maybe I can help you
genuine
with some
mentor
upgrades.
instead of
Here's already
miserable,
spent.
sad sack
Really?
Hulk.
Yeah. Oh, and if Bruce says anything, just remind him that all he wears are super stretchy shorts.
Bruce, the kid's fine. She's tough. Kind of like her. And she laughs
We've
at
got
my
a
jokes.
proper, like, Miss
she
Marvel
goes on,
outfit
yeah.
for her now.
Hey, meet me at the tech lab. I've almost got this door fixed.
Yep, way ahead of you,
You're
buddy.
still working on this door, huh? Well, I just need to remove the entire
Yep, still
junction
working
box
on the
and
door
reconnect-
between, like, the 1.5 seconds it took to end that conversation and start
Great
this one.
job, buddy. See? Wasn't so hard. Home sweet home.
Hey, like
If we're gonna
94,
get
welcome,
anywhere,
man.
We'll need to establish an alternate power source. Chimera was built.
MC
to
says there's a
Terrigen,
slight
but
issue
I
with the
can
game's
convert it
writing.
to
What's
run on
that?
Something a little less exploding.
I'm scanning the
Hope you're having a
region
good day,
for
Lack,
sources,
man.
but it'll take some time to identify potential initiator core heat signatures.
Well, in the meantime, I need a new suit. Where can I find parts to repair the fabrication unit?
I've located a good salvage spot and have sent the coordinates to the war table.
Oh no,
When
we're
you're
going
ready.
to restore the
Got it.
crafting
Fix
system.
the fabrication unit, get a shiny new suit, and get this bird off the ground.
Uh-oh. Oh, we've got his prototype armor, which is cool. I really like the typical Iron Man. Like prototypical Iron Man armors. There's several, depending on the canon and the particular suit you're talking about. MC says they want you to connect with one character, then split you from them and make you play as a character of your choice. Yeah, but I will say, Kamala's been a playable character, or she's been along as part of the team on every single mission, and I think that is more or less a constant throughout the campaign. Okay, we can do this. In order to cobble together a better suit and help repair the Chimera, Tony must chase down some AIM equipment to salvage for parts. Let's do it. Why not? We can do one more before we tackle the opening, at least, of Mortal Shell. Again, I saw the very, very beginning of Mortal Shell on Set Stream, and it looks absolutely phenomenal.
All right, first up.
Oh, dude, that armor looks sick.
Without my own upgrade.
Check that
Jarvis,
out.
what do you got for me?
AIM is moving an experimental
I love that you can
dropship
see some of the
which could
chassis
be
underneath. It looks
appropriated
very,
for parts to repair the fabrication
very
machine.
rough, but also like a practical
Unfortunately, it's
prototype.
extremely well guarded.
But AIM's local defenses are designed around a large-scale air assault. If I fly in alone, using the canyon for cover, I should
Oh
be
no,
able to
no,
slip
we're
through
not
and jack
we're
the
not
dropship.
flying, are we?
It's
Oh
risky,
god,
but I
no.
don't see an alternative at this point.
Well, while they load, let's equip our best gear. And use our Iron Man skill point. So he doesn't have much in the way of melee, but he's got plenty of upgrades for his lasers. Ah, I see. Repulsors, lasers, rockets. So he's got different ranged weapons he can equip. That's pretty cool, honestly. Okay, what do we want? I will go ahead and grab the... Well, lasers or rockets? Actually, I'm gonna go rockets. You gotta have a good rocket.
I'll upload the dropship's last known location to your HUD. The canyon walls prevent me from fully confirming the intel. I suggest you work quickly.
Well, not
MCS
exactly
lasers or
rocking a
rocket.
state-of-the-art
Laser is
suit,
probably
but it should
low
get me there
damage
one
but
day.
continuous damage
2
over time.
max.
Rockets are high damage, high cost. I'm rocket all the way right now. Typically, aesthetically, I'm a laser guy. My Fallout playthroughs
Need to
will
move
attest to this.
fast.
But
Updating your HUD. Aim appears
right
aware
now,
of
oh,
our
we're
intrusion.
timed.
How about we call this a surprise visit? Intrusion makes it sound like we're the bad guys.
Noted, sir. Acquisition trip it is. I'm not sure how long our quarry will remain.
How much firepower did they have down here?
Rather a lot.
Okay, looks like the rockets can lock on. I dig the rockets.
After A-Day.
It's impossible to say at this stage.
Oh, we can
Possibly
perform
rather
barrel
long.
rolls. Nice.
Karma is not my friend.
It's interesting how many of AIM's
Okay,
systems
as,
are closely related to your
I'll be
design.
generous and say Pukey as Iron Man speed, maybe? Or, flight, maybe? This little, like, canyon run sequence is pretty cool.
I said.
Generous.
That elevator goes to the landing pad we need.
Gotcha. Look at all this. Which
There
nation
we
state
go.
is AIM planning to go to war with?
Those munitions also appear similar to your designs.
Makes the guy sort of want to blow them up.
Alright, let's just blow everything to hell. Well, we know how to do that. Yeah, baby. Okay, okay. Now this is what, or I should say closer to what Iron Man should feel like. Oh, come on. Must be harder to hit airborne enemies with the rockets, though, I see. Hello there, buddy. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, rockets are where it's at in this game. I would have to say I prefer Kamala to regular Iron Man, but so far nothing has beaten Iron Man with rockets. That is, I am counting that as a separate character for the time being. And remember, these enemies are a much higher level than we are.
Access the elevator.
There we go. Thank you. Well, apparently AIM just owns the entire world at this point. That ain't alright. Down into the base, I figure, for like some real Iron Man combat. So I'd assume there's some kind of villain who's meant to act as a rival for each of the main characters. So I'm curious who they'll go for Iron Man, like, probably not the Mandarin. Ultron, maybe?
I quite agree, sir.
Ultron,
It's safe to say Dr.
or
Tarleton would relish the chance to dance on
Titanium
your
Man,
grave.
maybe?
Thanks, Jarvis. Now I'm stuck with a mental image of George doing the robot on my headstone.
Apologies, sir.
So now we're going to be using our rockets in a series of tight corridors
If I'm
and
correct,
laboratories.
the dropship should be just
I'm all
up
about
ahead.
that.
Well, this place looks homey. Where the hell is my dropship?
Scanning. The dropship was moved to a more secure location ahead. We can't get there before it takes off.
We can if we overcharge the suit by 300%
Wait,
and take the
what,
direct route.
what happened to the lab? What happened to the
You might
base?
literally explode, and that
We just
treacherous.
warped out
Sure,
here.
but I feel the need for speed. Do it,
Okay.
Goose, and play something fast. Whoa!
Okay, let's do this. Some of Iron Man's trademark dad rock
Your
blaring in
suit
the background.
won't
Oh
last
no.
forever.
This suit's all I've got left after George burned Golden Acres to the ground. I'm not losing it.
It's either AC/DC or it probably isn't. It's something that sounds very convincingly like AC/DC if you don't listen too closely.
All systems are red.
You don't say.
Keep going, sir.
Wait, no,
Jarvis, this is my
it
shot
might be,
to
if
make
not
up
them.
for A-Day, help the kid, and, if I'm honest, stick it to Georgie boy. You're damn right I'll keep going.
Watch
It's
out.
pretty good music,
The
whatever it
artillery's
is.
targeting you.
This feels suitably like a Marvel movie, and a good scene for one.
The dropship's shielded.
Use all the juice left in the suit to get an
There we go.
EMP burst ready for me to trigger.
Ooh, disruption. Oh, very nice, very nice.
Made it.
Tony lets out an effort.
Yes, sir. I've scanned the dropship
An
and it
effort of
contains
what,
the needed
exactly?
parts to repair the Chimera's fabrication machine.
Excellent. Let's check in on the kids and head home.
Alright, Dancingpot, thank you very much, man. Always appreciate having you and yours around. Glad you were able to join us. Get some rest. You've earned it. All of us working in these times definitely need some R&R. Okay, so we can remain in the Quinjet,
Loud and clear.
which we shall.
Bruce is in the harm room pretending to be,
I don't even want to know.
So, any luck out there?
Success.
I want to know,
Begin
where was that
soon.
going? Where was that going,
Fabrication
Kamala?
machine should be back online in no time.
Great. Can't wait to make Bruce a new pair of yoga pants.
So we've got a couple of random missions we could access at this point in the Eastern Seaboard, I believe. But we want to go to the helicarrier right now for what? Oh, we just create more Iron Man gear. Well, tell you what, folks. Or rather, you tell me what you think. How about we cut Avengers here for now? You know, we got Iron Man, we did enough to say we played Avengers tonight, and... hold on, sorry, what's this? Oh, the Tundra, right, we've got a mission over here as well. We pop on over to Mortal Shell and see, like, what the first roughly half hour of that game has to offer. There's not a whole lot that I haven't seen on Seth's first stream, which I caught about an hour, 70 minutes of, but we can get in there and get a feel for it. MC says 24-hour Avenger stream. I say, you know what, man? If there was, like, some massive, like, charity stream I could contribute with, like, a really bland game, this would be it. But I think that's what we'll do. We'll head on over to Mortal Shell for the very first time as I edit this. Apparently this game is really good and not super long, so... You could tell just from the title that this is going to be good. The title of the stream, I mean. These are some of the characters we can play as, I think. This is Dark Souls with a really interesting twist that I would love to see, like, a bigger or a longer game iterate upon. Turn things down just a little. Let us know how the audio balance is.